So we return to the goblin camp. We are going to speak with someone here. And then we might make camp again and see if we can't tempt Minthara to join us. Perhaps if we at least go into the Underdark when we find her, she will be willing to join us. But we're going to check at a few interims. Because there's a lot, apparently, and this is according to the voice actor of Astarion, whom, again, I can't necessarily cite entirely as accurate, but apparently there's 2 hours or so of gameplay that no one's seen yet. My dear Francois, in my, but from,
More heretical symbols, of course.
well,
They should all be run.
those of you who were there for our Vampire the Masquerade Victorian game will know Francois, my lusty French vampiric OC. In fact, very much an Astarion through and through. Although, no, much, much softer, much nicer, much less willing to kill. But Francois was, in the original roleplay where I created him, he was more or less a bribe. He was a bribe to an orcish chiefess. She wanted a handsome nobleman to have, so she could be a noble herself. They fell in love, though. He was really just a marriage of, he was forced into it by Elise, of course. But they fell in love deeply. He, a soft, sweet lover, and him, and she, well, a bit of a Lae'zel sort with regards to attitude, but exactly that appearance of that orc, who is my dream guardian. And they were lovers. Well, no, they were literally husband and wife, not lovers. Let's do a little speak with animals. Are the spiders still here? Hello, speedrays. Hello? Are you here, my friends, or is everyone gone? Both is good. Francois, he was created as a bit of a utility character for me. But he became something very, very dear, in that he was, well, that sort of very soft character. I think very often in roleplay, too many people make the grave error of trying to be hard. And there's something so lovely about being soft. Okay, now let's try making camp here. And see if we can lure Minthara back. Oh, Minty. We're going to call her Minty for short. Minty? Minty, my love. Are you out here? Hello? Peekaboo. Oh, Withers, it's just you. Have you seen Minty? She actually didn't come with us. Oh my god. She really hates us. Oh, I want to cry. Okay. Well. I suppose let's leave camp. That sounds like a personal problem. My new drow girlfriend just abandoned me. Alright, let's go. Let's go. We'll go into the Underdark. Minty, why? Ooh. Why have done, Miss Minty. Is it? Oh no, it's a whetstone. There's no one here yet left. But we're going into the Underdark anyhow. Maybe she'll rejoin us there. Even if she doesn't, we need... She's a strong, independent drow that don't need no man to come. Well, you know what she does need a man for, though? She needs a man, aka me, to carry the astral prism that keeps her from falling under the Absolute's will. I mean, it could be a woman as well, but... Oh, Misty Step. I mean, it's better than Speak with Dead, certainly. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that book up. Let's read it quickly. And then, throw it in the fire where all books belong.
That might be worth a look.
One thing I love, there's a lot of clues for this, but it's an incredibly easy puzzle.
So, we have moving plates and
How absolutely
some symbols.
plebeian of me. I said is instead of are. There are several clues, but it is a very easy puzzle. Oh, it's always nice to be able to make yourself chaos then. There's very few games, and that's one thing I've always found frustrating. Very few games in which the character creation, without modification, is able to recreate me in a satisfying manner.
Very far down.
Because so often they gender lock facial features. And in many manners I don't have traditionally masculine facial features. So I simply can't make a face that looks like mine. And gods, some games don't even let you have long hair as a man or wear makeup. I found that very disappointing in Fallout 4, how limited the makeup options for men were. I mean, it released in, what, 2014, 2016? There really was no excuse for them to not allow makeup on male characters. I mean, you could put the makeup on male characters in Skyrim.
You have to spend so long poking about down here. I'd much rather be outside. With
It
the
was
sun.
ridiculous.
You've only just come to tolerate sun and you're already nostalgic. If you're going to complain the whole way, by all
Shut up, Lazel.
you could use the colour.
I'm with Astarion here. He really wants to be outside, and I understand that. He hasn't been able to enjoy the sun in ages. No long hair in the apocalypse. And that's fair, Stormraven, but updos. That's all I'll say. Updos. And in fact, they do have several long hairs as options. They're just hideous. They're messy. Okay, now can we go to camp and call my girlfriend? Minty, are you here, dear? Minty? Are you hiding in the mushrooms, Minty? No, she's not here at all. She's abandoned us. Well, I am quite hurt. Okay, well, I suppose the three of us will continue exploring. Well, no, the four of us. We'll get back to Minty later. and we will just enjoy the Underdark
Dark
together.
around here. Would be a terrible shame to lose you.
Shadow Heart.
Yes. Do keep your wits, Shadowheart. Should a dagger suddenly slice your neck, we may never know who's to blame.
You missed the whole bit after it's nice because your phone hates you and crashed. Well, I missed the whole bit as well because I have had a lot of alcohol. So, I can't remember what I said 5 seconds ago. I'm sure it was thoroughly charming and intelligible, though. Alright, let's keep going. Again, even if we can't take our dear Minthara here, we can still enjoy the depths. You think they may have patched it out, Sunbeef? Well, I appreciate you looking it up for me. There is a very good chance of that, and that is disappointing to hear. But, I suppose understandable, in the case that they don't have any sort of voice lines for her. I was quite hopeful that that was one of the things that they had sort of provided a framework for, but anyone hasn't explored yet, but it seems that's not the case. At any rate, we do need... Chaos Flame is reminding me to hydrate. Don't worry, darling. I'm hydrating. But it's alright. You know what? We'll do the Underdark without her. It's disappointing. How come I can't bring a drow into the Underdark? Especially since you can access the Underdark here.
This much is clear.
Well, now I'm worried that there might not be I might not even be able to talk to Nia now. Nia might even be dead already. Potentially. I'm not actually sure. We shall investigate. But I am disappointed to be investigating without Minthara.
Such depth to the shadows. I don't care what others say about the Underdark. It's beautiful down here.
I'm used to a crypt's gloom. This is something else.
How odd. It's interesting. You know, I've left Act 1 before, and then returned and did Act 2. Oh, sorry, no. I've left Act 1, via the Underdark without doing the mountain pass. And then... why is Astarion first? Just ignore it. Everyone's coming, yes. I don't know why Astarion was there. But yes, I've done the entirety of the Underdark and then gone to Moonrise. And then had Lae'zel tell me that I should go see the mountain pass and the creche and done all that. So I'm surprised that they would give you both options but make it so that the Underdark gets locked out after.
Slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a
It might be possible, but we are going to investigate either way, and that's part of why I'm doing this, is just to make sure that my investigation is live on stream so everyone can see it. Because no one else is going to do things this way, I'm sure.
You know this, right? A blasphemous ritual that desecrates Lolth by offering your blood to honor the weak.
Disgusting. We're not going to... Can we spit on it? We're not going to touch that. Honor the weak.
Let's be on my way.
If I see a Seldarin drow down here, it's on. I'm going to execute them immediately.
What's happening?
What do you mean what's happening? It's probably more Minotaurs. Oh look, I was right. Couldn't be because I've played this game 5 or 6 times since release already. Oh, it moved. Wasn't that so cute?
Make way.
Can you knock him over? Feels like a long shot. They are indeed beefy boys, some beef. Oh! I ate so much beef the other day. It was absurd. So I'm not one who eats a lot of beef, red meat, general. Not my thing. But I had fatai, and then after that, filet mignon for dinner. It was shocking. It was absolutely juicy.
Time to push my luck again.
Literally any moment I feel even slightly moody is an excuse for me to order myself some pho thai. Oh yes, Chaos them. Do drive safe. Try not to get too distracted by my voice. Does the pointing and saying cow when you see a cow rule extend to minotaurs? I assume yes, but more in a panicked sense. I don't imagine one would be very happy. Alright, well let's have a little tune. What will you? No, keep playing. What are you doing?
The dance macabre.
No, he's not doing the dance macabre.
That's
I
really
would
nice.
love it if he was. That's one of my favorite chansons pieces. But no, he is not performing the dance macabre. I'm intimately familiar with the piece, Astaria. I assure you.
Concentrate. On the move.
Okay, well, we're just going to let that minotaur. Let's take these cows down. Exactly, Jamgabar. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Ooh, can you? That would, no, it wouldn't work. Never mind.
Taking position.
Be worth a shot there. Yes, let's tip these cows.
On my feet.
Can I stab him? Oh yes, he's threatened. Oh, look at all that health he lost. It's beautiful, isn't it? Stabby stab. Oh, we're going to have beef tartare for dinner tonight, boys. I say boys, we're about equal with regards to gender representation, although we don't have anyone who's not of the binary. I don't know though. I don't feel like Lae'zel is fully cis. Something about her.
Assume nothing.
Not sure.
Can't give up now.
I suppose you want to hear about Khazad-dûm.
Not really, actually. Yeah, but sure. You said he was your master.
My old master.
I'm your new
Before
master.
the mind flayers took me from him. Before this strange, twisted freak.
You think you're free?
Khazad-dûm
That's so
is a
cute.
vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely.
Relatable, really.
He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn. And he became my tormentor.
Power-obsessed monsters are the best kind. Why, thank you, Jamgabar, darling. You're too kind. You were his slave.
A vampire's spawn is less than a slave.
This is what I was saying earlier.
They're a puppet.
Less than a slave.
We have no choice but to obey our master's commands. They speak.
No
bodies react.
physical autonomy
It's all
whatsoever.
part of the deal. Sometimes he'd order us to submit to torture. Sometimes he'd have us torture ourselves. Whatever his weather-vane mood settled on.
Quite the sob story, but what's your Sims Medieval? Don't say that, Stormraven, or I'm going to install it again and we're going to have to stream it. That game is a buggy disaster, but my god, I love the concept. The execution was atrocious. like many Maxis things, Maxis / EA, Spore comes to mind. The idea is brilliant, and the execution was atrocious. But I might just end up installing, rather, Sims Medieval.
They're not even the only ones hunting us. All I'm asking is that you keep your eyes open and watch out for anything lurking in the shadows.
Like you. You keep me safe. And I'll do the same.
What more could I ask? Now, is that all?
Your computer kept crashing in the space phase. Interesting. I couldn't get far in the space phase because it became quite repetitive. I had the DLC, rather. The one that was meant to add sort of Star Trek-esque missions. And it quickly became bogged down with online content that didn't have the experience properly attributed. It would give you one experience point if you completed it. It was completely broken and atrocious. And you couldn't deactivate a lot of online content once it was already in your Spore game. It was like, well, like a disease. It would just be inextractable. Even when you would uninstall the game and install it on a completely different computer, somehow it would still have this memory of items you once opened yourself up to ages ago. And it just wouldn't work. It's a terrible shame, because the idea was good, but it was so poorly executed. Anyhow, are you Cazador's only boy?
Cazador?
Space Adventures,
Size
yes.
7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters.
The parts extensions were
You also
terribly
insisted we were
implemented
a
as well.
family,
Everything
even
was
when he was
terribly
carving scars
implemented.
into our flesh.
It's deeply disappointing.
I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all. But did take
It's a shame
special
because
pleasure
what-
in my pain. He said, "My screams sounded sweetest."
Oh, I don't doubt that.
And now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
Welcome home, we cabbage. This game is stupid horny. That wasn't horny though, that was just sad. Nothing about that was sexual, that just made me sad.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Because I mean, that was quite bleak. Anyhow, I do wish as well, Drowsy, you know, when I was quite the young little angel, and the announcements started talking about Spore, you know, Will Wright and his team were so enthusiastic about it, and I got far too eager, and I thought, oh, this game is going to be wonderful. And it wasn't. It really wasn't. But you know, I got several hours. I suppose I got my money's worth.
Must have
a meme-making masterpiece, surely. And I still think, to this day, it's one of the best, sort of alien biology simulators.
Confusion. Best not get too close.
No one's really surpassed it in that regard. You know, you can play with gene therapy and such in Stellaris, but you can't really recreate the image of the entire species quite the same. Alright, well, let's not walk into the Timisk.
Time to press ahead. That might be worth a look.
Let's have a little diggy dig. Oh, good. More goodies. Oh, okay. The boulette has apparently decided to assault us.
Tales of their viciousness.
The sex scene in this game with Lae'zel is your favorite bit of alien biology. Well, I must admit, resting Twitch face, I can't argue with that. That's one of my favorite bits of alien biology as well. How intriguing that it's so similar to our own.
Step quick.
Her cloaca seems very similar to a vulva, from what I can see at least.
Shouldn't have wished to live
When
more
the
interesting times.
filters are off. Of course, we're playing with all the filters
How
on.
delicious.
We can't be naughty. Not here on Twitch. Boring. It's true, well,
One step at a time.
she's not too boring. I mean, look at her face. She's so pretty. And she's got that nose.
Get confused by one, blown up by the other.
Also, you can't even spend a night with her without being ending up covered in bruises. So I wouldn't call it boring. You say she's the toppiest top that ever topped, but we managed to she submitted last time.
Never a dull moment.
Her nose is so adorable. Yeah, last stream she submitted to us in bits. So she said that she was going to top us, and I said, "You fucking wish." And she said, "Okay, you know what? Bottoms
You're
up."
swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music.
But yes, Yale,
Through
her
one
nose
creature
is
and many
adorable.
voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
She's got that Martha May Whovier nose.
He is here.
The choir fades. A single
Betty.
melody rises above the others,
Oh.
brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The
She's
sovereign
submitted to throw me
is
off.
threatening
I don't know if
you.
that's true, darling. I had
Your
to
purpose.
re-roll to get her to submit. You know what? Let's do bard stuff
Detect
because
a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy.
my heart knows a lovely song. The emotionals. Goodness, no. We don't mention what the he who must not be named. Not because that's the lore of those books, but because J.K. Rowling is a garbage person.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then,
And honestly, I do hate the
a new
books.
melody. Cautious.
Cancel me if you must, but the books are made for children, and subpar even for them.
Persistent music coaxes you
I am singing The Court Jester. Yes, I am a huge Danny Kaye fan. And Angela Lansbury, of course. I have an autographed photograph of her. Oh, there we go. I got a follow because I was singing The Court Jester. Thank you, resting Twitch face. It's one of your favorite movies. How lovely. It's one of mine as well. Danny Kaye was at his best there, certainly. It's truly a charming film. Okay, let's go talk to the mushrooms up here. Hello, mushrooms. Instant follow. Well, thank you, darling. Alright, Blurg. Hello, Blurg.
Ah, a visitor.
A
You're a
hobbergobber.
welcome sight, but let us observe the customs of the locals.
Very few people do
The
know that
stars
movie. No,
brown
it's not one of those films
His
that
voice
people
spills
consider a
into your
classic,
skull,
even though it
the
certainly
spools
is.
connecting mind to mind.
Also, one of the few older films that hasn't aged too poorly.
Brilliance at your service.
Or at least, not last time I watched it.
Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
Your kind tend to be slaves down here.
It's true that many of my brethren are enslaved here, but my intellect has secured my freedom. It is my hope that my research will lead to liberation and peace for my people.
You sang that lullaby
Such
to your kids for
designs are
14
part
years?
of
Oh,
why
that's
I've
so
devoted
touching.
myself to studying the Myconids.
If I could
My colleagues
find
and I
a
are
stream
working to
for it,
improve
we could
conditions
watch it
in
in
the
the Discord
Underdark.
sometime. I think
This
that would be
need
lovely.
not
I think
be
everyone
such
would
a
enjoy it quite a
dire,
bit.
hostile place.
It is a brilliant old
Our
film.
kind has
I
suffered
can see if we
needlessly
have
for
that
generations.
option.
Do you also seek peace among the Myconids?
This is... No. I'm collecting mushrooms to sell on the surface. I mean, I am. I'm going to kill all these mushrooms, and then I'm going to... sell their corpses on the surface.
Then you've come to the right place. The hybridization among fungi in this circle is truly unique. Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, trillimac.
Oh, indeed. The sinking in the 50s was very far back. Our peoples aren't exactly inclined to share with each other.
And yet, we are all in need. Imagine what creativity would bloom if no craftsman starved. If every wizard had spell materials.
Well, I see it's not just your skin that's red, Blurg. Seems your soul's red as well, you filthy commie. Do you have anything to trade?
I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection.
I am
is to your
indeed
liking.
BJ3ing Fidero. And yes, went for a very sexy drow. Genial striding, no thank you. My striding must be mean and wicked, not genial. What do we have here? Sunwalker's gift. Well, I don't need those. And I don't care if anyone else does. Okay, you know what? We're just going to leave all this. Blurg,
Very well.
you are disappointing me. Yeah, they're all like level 4. Blurg seems like a Bernie Sanders voter. But only because he couldn't vote. Only because it's a two-party system. He's not going to even bother voting in the general election. The Democrats don't represent him. The Drama Cats. Dramacrats. Oh, you know what? I tried to make a portmanteau and it didn't work.
Doing to those corpses.
Don't.
It is awesome, Jazzy, and we will watch it in the Discord sometime if I can find it.
Her
I think that's
condition is
a perfect
alien.
film to watch that.
Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon.
The
Most
Democrats
likely
don't
held by the poisoner.
represent anyone. That's not true, resting Twitch face. They represent their donors. The ones who donate, you know, tens of thousands and up, nothing below that. How did you end up here?
Myconids. Oh, took pity on me. Sound lads, especially since the Greys gave them hell for it. Paragons of hospitality, these Myconids. The druids in the grove could have learned a thing or two.
She's helpless. See if she has anything worth taking. It's on Amazon. Well, we do have Amazon. That could be marvelous. What's my body count? Are we talking how many NPCs I've had sex with or how many I've killed? Because the first one, it's only 2.
Mostly junk.
But
her boots catch
okay,
your eye.
I've lost track of the second.
Eyes. To yourself. Oh.
Let's just take the boots. I don't care.
No.
What are you going to do about it? Hmm?
Damn beat. Just leave me be.
I could end your suffering if you wanted. It would be so, so sweet to watch your blood run. No? Okay. Fair enough.
Can't give up. Others need me.
What if I go kill them first? You know what? I'm going to give you an antitoxin right now.
Just leave me be.
Just for fun. Here you go. Bring you back to life. I mean, if the name of this stream wasn't an obvious example of my musical theatre love, boots for an anti. Well, you know, it wasn't really a trade. I just wanted to prolong her suffering at my hands.
Shoulda known. You lot are cruel to the marrow. Well, I ain't suffering you easily.
Oh, you're going to stand up for yourself? That's cute. Oh, and the mushrooms think they're going to stand up for her too. Oh. Okay, well, Astarion, darling. Hit them with this first. Oh, they don't like fire. Who would have thunk?
Victory awaits.
No, darling, you just rush up there and smack that one. Seems they don't like being cut either. Well, there we go. The master's dead. And she's been KO'd. She's going to stand up for herself, but she has to use half her movement this turn to do it. Mushroom pizza is on the menu, Jamgabar, and mushroom soup as well. Ooh, and portobello mushroom burgers with mozzarella stuffed in the caps. Not as the patty, as the buns.
Can't even catch my breath.
Alright, let's just throw a little fire down on that lot. I don't think they're going to like it much.
Light
Which
on
means
my
it's
feet.
going to be very funny. You're going to draw on your keyboard with all this food talk. Well, it's not my fault. It's this kind of playthrough. It is this kind of playthrough. You know, I've played the good guy. You want cheesy mushroom caps with bacon? Well, there are literally cheesy mushroom caps in the freezer right now. I already breaded them for you if you want to deep fry them. You literally live in the same house I do. But yes, it is this kind of playthrough. many of my lovely followers are very, very sweet, soft, gentle people who couldn't hurt a fly, let alone a digital fly, or a digital person, or a digital mushroom. But me, I'm wicked to the core, so I can.
Can't afford to let up.
Alright, darling.
Oh, damn you.
Give him the fire. I've never really killed all the mushrooms before. The play on words and title. Well, I'm glad someone appreciates it. Chaos then. A certain umami flavor to the campaign. Yes, and of course we need that umami. You're doing a good playthrough, but you still murdered the paralyzed tiefling, so you can get in the chest. On my good playthrough, I just used lesser restoration on the paralyzed tiefling, so she was no longer paralyzed. And then she just let me in her chest. I've never actually fought all of the mushrooms. The flavor may be umami, but the chat is oh daddy. Oh my god, darling. That's a groaner. Don't forget an intrepid explorer.
You will fall, and in death we will raise you.
Will you? Who's your new sovereign? You don't even have a sovereign anymore. Bonk. Right, well that mushroom is dead.
Make way.
Well, the other Mushroom King maybe will take over after.
Let's go.
You're smashing J. Jonah Jameson. How did you do that? Did you bring him pictures of the Spider-Man? I couldn't get him to even give me
Into
a
the
chance.
bloody fray. A better position.
Alright, let's just place this over here. And then anyone who wants to get up to me will instantly die. It's perfect, really. No, okay, it's not going to be. Can I hit there? That's perfect. Well, unfortunately, we didn't have a camera when we were talking to Carnis, so we don't have pictures of the Spider-Man. His one kink. Am I supposed to hydrate myself with the mushroom soup, Jam Kamal? Thank you for the bits, darling.
Have to keep going.
Unfortunately, I don't actually think I have any mushroom soup. But we're going to make some. Oh, she bibber-banged me. They bibber-banged me. Mushrooms don't have genders. Well, they do, but, you know. Too many. Too many. They have too many genders. You know, I don't have any issue with the amount of genders in humanity, but I think mushrooms might have a few too many.
Oh, so much for peace. No time for mercy.
Okay, well I'm still invisible.
Shall we cut and run?
If a Starian tried to bite one of the fungi, would they bleed cream of mushroom? Well, there's only one way to check. I can't target it, it's a plant. Did someone sneak in behind us? Oh, it's Thula. She's knocked out, of course. Mushrooms have genders Fox News couldn't even dream of. Oh, I don't know about that, Drazzy. I feel like 50 is a bit too low, but, you know, we're talking tens of thousands. Too many. Too many genders. Astarian keto, only he's not bothering with the mushrooms. Oh no, my daggers! How dare you destroy my daggers?
I will not know failure. On the move.
Okay, just shoot at this. Oh, pitiful laser. Just pitiful. You should be ashamed of yourself, dear.
Still breathing.
Alright, now you... Can you jump this far? No. Thank you for playing evil so I don't have to hurt the NPC's feelings.
Can't slow down.
You're welcome, darling. Alright, we can't do much here, actually. Oh no, but he is flanked, or guiding bolted or some such rubbish. It's fine. Is there anything I can throw at him? I can't. Well, that's a pity.
This is good.
I love throwing things. Is this a cantrip or a spell? It's a cantrip. That's fine. I did not want to waste a spell on that. The plan is the same as before. Just keep throwing guiding bolts at this man who decided to involve himself in our fight. The fool.
Must you?
Again, you were the one who started this. He has run away. Oh well. That's fine for me. I just wanted him out of my hair.
That helped.
Now, let's rob the place.
How much farther can I go?
What's this? Hastening spores. Wonderful.
The Myconid denounces your theft. It means to punish you.
Oh, do try, darling. Just... Oh, it's Spar! Oh no, Glut. Glut has just taken control here. Glut? Did you really think this was a good idea? The second king. It was not a good idea, Glut. You know what? I'm just going to play a little song.
Victory awaits. No time to waste.
Push him off the edge, darling. You can do it. Eh? Not quite. Close though. A big boy and a rude boy. A fool who thought he could take over. The Sovereign's Key. Interesting. Will that let me through here? What's keeping the old turn up? No. Okay. Apparently they do not want to talk to me anymore. Well, it's a shame that you just decided to attack, because I was going to just let you live, but in fact, I was going to trade with you. This is quite disappointing, all in all, Berith. Now what am I going to say to your husband once I rescue him? That you died? I don't have any choice now.
Don't waste a step.
You did this. You did this.
The Myconid denounces your theft. It means
The
to
mic.
punish you.
Okay, sure. Keep trying it, folks. Let's see how it goes for you. You made me do this.
Let's end this.
Where do I go from here?
Nowhere. Just throw a little, do we have it? Yes, here. Little bit of fire. Exactly, the definition of insanity mushrooms. Well, evidently the mushrooms these mushrooms are on are
I will ascend. On the move.
impacting their logic. Oh dear, Chaos, then. You've been dealing with 2-year-olds all day. My deepest sympathies.
Talk to me.
And be polite. Nightmarish. Yeah, 60%, that's not bad. I'd call that good enough. And now, we just drop a weapon in front to keep them occupied.
The disease still festers. I will cut it out.
Will you? I'd like to see it, darling. Really. My god, he's the wizard and he killed you. He killed you with an opportunity attack. That's embarrassing. Okay, you know what? Everyone just end turn.
Cost.
And this thing is just going to be dead. Problem solved. Problem solved.
Careful, I might.
Let's get
Alright, we've killed all the mushrooms now, since they decided to be so obnoxious. And we're just going to steal all the mushrooms they have lying around here. They're mine now. Death by wizard. Death by wizard's not so bad, but a melee death by a wizard, now that's embarrassing. Alright, you can have, well, you know what, let's send this to camp. We're just going to send this all to camp. Send all the heavy stuff to camp at least. How smitten with you were, how smitten was I with the bitey twink when I first played? Honestly,
I've seen everything.
to me it's not that big a deal. Perhaps it's just that I'm so much like him, but he's hardly a novelty. Then again, I am rather narcissistic, so... In fact, I have not once romanced him. Sure, let's take a little bit of everything. Flumph mating rituals. That's not it. Where's the... There it are.
The cover.
No, that's
practices
mostly where we differ,
the
Chaos, then. He's the bottom.
mating rituals.
Unfortunately, we already did let him suck us dry, Jamgabar. Flumps. Largely benign parasites, but what do you know of their love lives? Very important information. A crit. I've been rolling the 20s like
Plants
mad today.
reproduce asexually. This text contends exactly the opposite, with far too vivid details to match. The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes.
If I
An
romanced
illusion.
Astarion, would it be classified
What
as
remains are simple
masturbation?
instructions written
I've been
in
asked that so
spare
many
hand.
times, and I'm going
The
to have to
secret
romance him one day just to
forging
find out.
adamantine.
Alright, well, we figured out how to forge adamantine.
Forge. Imagine the blades Gith artisans might craft with such a device.
Why would we want to give anything to the Gith now? How about we imagine the blades we could craft with such a device? Right, let's just take some of this booze. And we'll just steal a few more mushrooms. We're all about the mushrooms. Usually I can't take all these because there's people here seeing me steal the mushrooms, but we've killed all the people, which means there's no more problems. Speaking of self-love and Karlak, yes, amusingly, so I'm friends with Claire Max, and she, of course, is playing and has chosen to romance Karlak, which I thought was quite amusing. Karlak is the greatest threat to your homosexuality. Thankfully, nothing can be a threat to my bisexuality. Everything just affirms it. Well, you know, except for conservatives who make me feel completely asexual just looking at them. Oh look, more mushrooms. The beefling. I'm going to take all these mushrooms and we're going to make so much bloody soup. Which is, you know, the best part of autumn. Making soup. I am desperately waiting for the harvest. She is literally hot. Yes, you're right, Chaos Them. She is literally hot. Let's get a look in this hole.
These things have stayed interesting.
With your keen eyesight, the hole below you soon plummets into an abyss of impossible darkness.
Hello?
Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Anyone there?
All your meat will fill my belly.
Threatening me? Come up here and try it.
Stupid. You won't last long here. Noisy flashbang.
He's afraid. Come on, get up here.
All offers only pitch black nothingness.
What do I think of Ethel girl boss or fake me? I think Ethel's got it. She's really girl bossing it. Absolutely. She's gaslighting 100%. And I think she gatekeeps a little bit too. I think she's hitting all the right notes. Come on, come get me. Come along.
All offers only pitch black.
Apparently it wants to threaten, but it doesn't want to actually come and do anything. Are you scared of me?
All offers only pitch black.
Hello? No? Oh, you're scared. That's so cute. It's
I
scared.
don't trust
Those
that
markings
tree.
look recent.
It feels wrong.
What could have left them?
I'm assuming the hook horners. Go into the... I don't think you can go into the hole, because I've tried it as a much smaller person. And I've looked up online, and literally nobody knows what the hell that does. But yes, I have tried to no avail in the past.
Watch your back.
But that is the first time I've been able to converse with the hoe. Alright, well, that's a bang. A wild-shaped druid might fit. I can confirm that a wild-shaped druid does not fit, and
No time to rest.
if you do so as a badger, which is specifically built for digging, there's nothing special for that either. So a badger which is specifically about digging can't do anything special with it, which more or less makes me think that there's nothing there. And again, I have looked online myself, in the hopes that someone had figured it out. Conversing with the hoe, they're called bottoms. You're not wrong. The hoe, blasting the hoe with the fireball.
Stop!
I haven't, no, but I don't know that it would do much
He
good.
is indeed surrounded by bibberbang. The spores of those mushrooms are both toxic and flammable.
I'll do you a favour. I can sort out the bibberbang and take any pesky noble stock off your hands.
Not got it yet! Got stuck here instead!
Bibberbang badger.
Scroll! Escape! My bag, please! I've dropped it! Somewhere!
Alright, simpleton, I'll figure this out. Third time.
Thank you! Thank you!
Not for you though. I want the noble stock. So separate out.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
There it is. There's the noble stock. How will we acquire the noble stock? Well, is that the only noble stock? I do believe it is. Yes, I understand. You need the bag.
On my way.
We want that noble stock, though. It's absolutely vital that we acquire the noble stock. Let's do a little quick save here in case I bugger it up terribly. Wait, can I jump up there? I can't. But I can teleport up there. That's intriguing. Well, at any rate, first and foremost, we're going to jump down here. Then, we're going to slowly move towards his backpack. Now. We need to split. Actually, I suppose I can just throw one, can't I? What the devil? Did I hit him with it?
Oh. I'm alright. Inferium's here.
Okay, I'm going to quick save that. That is just... It was very clearly not on top of him. I don't like to quick save too much, but quick load too much. But when a game mechanic clearly doesn't work as it should, I'm willing to make an exception. I was certainly not trying to hit him in the head with that scroll. And I must say, personally, if someone threw a scroll I was asking for, and it hit me in the face, I wouldn't probably try to kill them, especially if they were saving my life. But then again, I don't think he's supposed to be the most intelligent dwarf. Brain's a little bit rattled. All those mushrooms, you know. Well, we did a little reload because you attacked me. So, just be patient. We'll figure it out. Right, this time I'm going to throw it further away from you. Don't throw a stink again. Don't want to have to reload. What is the noble stock for? My understanding, and I've never actually grabbed it before, and I'm looking forward to trying it for the first time. What the hell was that? That didn't even touch him. You know what? He's dead. There you go. You lot can investigate his corpse. The bastard doesn't deserve anything else. I tried to save him, and he tried to kill me. I think maybe he magically knows I killed his wife because his wife decided to attack me.
Better be cautious.
Alright, now I'm going to see. We need to find a way back up there. Can I jump better standing? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Not enough sense, it seems.
Need to find a way forward.
Alright, let's just keep going. Lovely, we can't jump any further. We have potions for this though, don't we? Show me the potions. Well, that wasn't helpful. Please, show me the potions. And then have the filter go out of my way. Potions of flying. You know what, let's just do that. I can fly. And there we are. We've done it. Magical flying drow. Terrifying. You thought driders were awful. Get ready for drosquitos. Right, what does this simpleton have on him? A knife. Not even a good knife. Alright, now, we have something very special here, and that is a bibberbang.
As you choke down the acrid
Here we are.
mushroom, a memory embraces your unlovable carcass. You see a grand collection. Shelves of jarred, floating, pickled organs neatly labelled. Taxidermied beasts and men, elegantly displayed from your killings. As you and your butler perform a vivisection, Scalaritas's claws slips, calipers cutting the aorta of the living, screaming victim.
Why am I in the goblin camp again? Drown the butler in the victim's open bladder cavity.
His tears mingle in with the golden fountain.
You didn't
As
have
the
to call
memory
it that.
begins to clear away, one thing is certain. The butler lies not about his past service.
But I am going to drown him in someone's bladder again now, because that does sound fun. Okay, well there we go. So the noble stock allows you to recover some memories. So there, I have recovered a couple of my Dark Urge memories. Marvelous. Now, let us continue. Because of course there's so much experience to get down here. Although, you know, actually, we don't need much of this. We still might as well do it.
Behold, the dance of death.
Alright.
These boots have seen
What
everything.
disadvantage do you have? You should have assassin. Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, that was quite the attack.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
No tree daddy in my camp. No, we killed him in the goblin camp. My camp is quite empty, in fact. If we go and have a little visit there, it's literally just us four. Because Minthara's not even staying with us. She refused to come back. Why wouldn't you come with us? I mean, we're going to go back and kill Ketherick after. I just wanted to grind. Minthara didn't want me grinding upon her. Alright. So now it's just us three. Sid. Well, no, us four. Them three and me. Halson's dead. Gale is dead. Karlach is dead, and Will is somewhere. I don't care, honestly. It's Will. He's too nice.
Just out of view. Don't waste a step.
Oh no, don't go that way. No, I've got a much better plan. This way, darlings. This way. Oh. Knotted roots. Well, that was not what I expected. Can you just give him a little love tap, dear? That would be ideal. If you can hit him and have it work. Okay, well, you did hit him, but it didn't push him back. So try that one more time, darling. And with oomph this time. Twice you have failed me, Lazel.
Stay on my feet.
You know, your pot on the team isn't entirely locked in yet. You might,
You've made a grave
we might
mistake.
take Shadowheart back if you're not going to pull your weight.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Of course, Shadowheart's here right now. Well, that's a temporary matter. Just until we can get Minthara back.
Time to push my luck again.
Right, to start with. One more hit. Well, there we go. That hook horror is dead.
That's all that matters.
Now go into sneaky mode. Climb up
Swift as
this,
my feet can
this
carry me.
route. Apparently it does not see me standing right here. Interesting. Goodbye. Oh, well, it certainly had some fun with Lazel. Lazel, darling, you were supposed to use your sword. Alright, dears, I'm up here. Now, let's grab the Susa bark.
This sensation. These flowers are absorbing all the magic in the air.
It's a good thing you're not a
Time to
magician.
get going.
Or a wizard, or whatever they call themselves these days. Right, let's take a little shot at this fellow here. No?
What path lies before me?
Do not walk through there, Astarion. Astarion! Why? Okay, it's fine. He's aggroed then, which means this fellow can actually sneak in rather close now. In fact, they all can. In fact, yes, you can just run up and stab this man in the face. Brilliant. Die, Filbo. 43 damage. My word.
Think you can take me on?
Let's spill some blood.
Okay. Now, Lae'zel, you are literally right there, darling. So, looking forward to any mods. You know, I'm not certain I am. This game is quite thoroughly complete to me. Aside the riding Spider-Man. There are some aesthetic mods that I might consider, but the game is good enough, all in all, that I don't think it needs anything to just be such a full and wonderful experience. Sharon Ixen Svelg. Magma. Maga. Yep, that is what the MAGA people sound like. You would install all of the monster fucking mods. Of course you would, Drowsy, darling. Couldn't be any other way. Alright. Half-eaten gnome. What does the half-eaten gnome have on him? Nothing. Nothing of value. Alright, well, let's just go down here.
The gods are watching me.
The Boulette may just attack here. I don't know if I could manage the unlimited poly mod. Or the unlimited party mod, rather. Oh, here comes the Boulette.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Right, will everyone rush over? Okay, well, then there's literally nothing I can do, so... Alright. Well, first and foremost, can we trip it? 40% isn't bad. I'll take it. And I'll take it again. Alright, it didn't work out at the time.
Choice but to keep
That's
going.
fine. Okay, just dash on.
Don't waste a step.
That's rather disappointing, really.
Swift and lethal.
You were neither of those things. So. What's the Boulette's strengths and weaknesses again? No resistances. Okay, that's fine. So we can hit it with the ice beam then.
Focus.
And you, Shadowheart. You can hit it with the guiding bolt. Don't you try to run away from me. Lae'zel, that's embarrassing. Come on.
Concentrate.
It had only like 9 health left.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
And it remains with 9 health left because Shadowheart is incompetent.
Let's turn someone inside out.
Well, do your best, darling. The rest of the team hasn't been much help. Thank God. One of you knows what they're doing.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Alright, darling. Up we get. Someone pick Shadowheart up. Her groaning is getting annoying. Right, send that to camp. We don't need all that. Shadowheart?
My faith will guide me.
Okay, well, we don't need your faith right now. Actually, we need a little bit of a long rest. Astarian's chest like the cool side of the pillow, and you can put your cold feet on Karlach's thighs. Well, you know where Karlach's warmest. You put them on her shoulders. That's where the vents are.
Looking ahead.
That's where all the really good heat is. Alright, Astarian. What do you want to talk about?
Looking at something.
What are you doing?
I'm looking too, but not seeing very much. Another quirk of my affliction.
Do you miss it? Seeing your own face?
Preening in the looking glass. Petty vanity. Of course I miss it.
God, I'd miss it
I've
too.
never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red.
Well, you have nothing to worry about. It is a very good face.
Is it?
He just throws it on the
What
ground.
do you see when you look at me?
Strong, piercing eyes.
Oh. Go on.
That dangerous smile. You know, just a little bit of
Very
flirting.
good. Now just tell me I'm beautiful and we can call it a day.
Fine. You're beautiful.
Observant.
Good.
Mirrors aren't much use, but being reflected in someone else's eyes? Well, I could do worse.
Alright. Enough whining there. Everything is to say for me.
I hear you did the deed. How was your little romp?
Oh, quite fantastic.
You filthy devil. I'm shocked.
Oh, sure.
I thought the two of you would just flop about like dying fish and then call it a night, but no. Shows me.
There's a lot of this going on with you two in the room. You're not
We're
wrong.
Here to gossip. What can I do for you?
That was it. Okay, let's have a little night. You know what? This might speak with animals is active. That's very important in case our owl bear friend makes a return.
Don't say a word. Just listen.
You're not an owl bear friend.
A parasite grips my mind. My own people hunt me. But I am gnawed by an even greater torment.
Horny.
You. My thoughts are hallowed ground. Yet you've crawled your way in. Uninvited.
Get in line,
I'm
Lazel.
possessed by the ground under your feet and the wind over your head. I see your face just before I sleep and after I wake.
Many such
I
cases.
ask myself, are you worthy?
She's clingy in the best way.
Shakunas too. There is only one way for you to prove it.
Slaying our enemies in coldest blood.
A fine sentiment, but I require more. We fight. I test you in battle. Dance with me. Bleed with me.
This is so hot.
Bruise me so that you might possess me.
Okay. You don't have to ask me twice. Prepare yourself, darling, and prove your worth to me.
Do it then. Make me yours. Best me. Prove your excellence.
Lazel, you didn't heal up before this.
Comes easy these days.
Oh my god. Lazel, unless you managed to kill me in this turn. No, that was pretty good. That was pretty good all in all. And you did daze me, but unfortunately you still only have 1 health. Can I make sure, I just want to make sure 100% that that's not active and that is active before I go ahead and just... It's not that incredible. You didn't heal up. She is quite feisty. It's very hot.
I should be humiliated. I should know the shame of defeat. I am Lae'zel. But you are just still. You were stronger. I was steel. And you were silver.
She is so turned on.
You are mine. Say the words.
Just grab her by the throat and tell her exactly what she wants to
Show
hear.
me.
You know what? Screw Minthara. I like the toad. She's very cute.
Jacques Fonash Du, source of my bruises.
Okay, that is there we go. That's going to be my pet name. But I do need to wake her up now. Unfortunately. Can we go back to bed now? Alright, beautiful. Oh, her blood is just covering the floor here. I really just I killed her, but not quite, but I knocked her so hard. I don't know that we were able to have intercourse last night under the circumstances.
Speak your mind. I'm listening.
I don't actually... What am I supposed to say here? I have to talk about us. No. Can we check her favor for me? Yes, let's have a look. Well, yeah, you should be able to do that, actually. Because we do have the... so I'm actually curious. We have the plugin installed. So it should be quite possible for you to do it. But anyhow, I am going to open them. So let's have a look there. Lae'zel very much approves of us. There's a little bit of room still to go. She would absolutely do it in a puddle of blood. But in fairness, I think Shadowheart is the only one who wouldn't. Who wouldn't do it in a puddle of blood in our crew. And Scratch, but I mean we're not including Scratch because Scratch is not a sexual being. Well, I mean he might be, but you know, we don't need to think about that.